Potter fans, welcome to Patterson Field as we kick off the 120th season of East Liverpool Potter football. I am joined tonight by all-time basketball great Anson Wiggin. We are here to kick off the season, kick off Friday Night Lights. Anson, it's in the air. The band was playing, cheerleaders doing their hello cheers. We're here, Friday night, Patterson Field.
There's even a September chill in the air, and we're still in the month of August. But it's here upon us, the smell of football.
The sun is bright up here, but definitely as it goes down, a lot of sweatshirts on there tonight. Tonight, the Potters welcome in Edison Wildcats and head coach Nate Moses. 2016, the Wildcats went 3. One of those victories was against East Liverpool Potters in a 29-14 win over the Potters at Edison. Potters did the ball up and down the field all game last year in the first game of the year. However, they couldn't capitalize and punch it in the end zone enough. Edison holds on for a 29-14 victory. The Wildcats head coach Nate Moses, this is his first year. He replaces Derek Stickles, who now is a assistant coach for the Beaver local Beavers. Coming into the 2017 season, hoping to turn it around. Last year, Anson, they were 3-7, led by head coach Josh Ludwig. A few new additions to the Potter coaching staff. Nate Boyd, another former all-time great football player here at East Liverpool. Former Ian Whittington. Those guys got full control of the defense, and they're here to help Coach Ludwig guide this Potter team to hopefully a much better season.
Sense a lot of excitement from the Potter faithful just from those couple changes on the staff. It just feels like there's a little more control. Wig has a little bit more free reign to roam around and make some of the adjustments that he can and be trusted that his defense is in good hands with Nate Boyd. Also, congratulations to Nate Boyd being named the East Liverpool athletic director as well. So there's a lot of people happy about that change as well. I know from a fan standpoint to administration standpoint, that's an important position, and some appropriate changes have been made to put the program back on the right track. So we're at the starting line and ready to roll. I think the Potters will come out and show Edison a little bit more of a different look than the 2016 season, and that was even before they unveiled or discovered or figured out the arm of Austin Mayfield last year, to where the offense about midway through the year changed. But this evening I feel like we're going to get, like you were mentioning early in the pregame talks before we came on the air, a heavy dose of a couple young, exciting running backs. Jalen Moman, a junior, and Mr. Derek Carter, a sophomore. So some names that if you're at home, you're going to hear.
Jalen Moman, 6'2", 248. I don't think we've had a back that size probably in my eyes since Braxton Carter in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. We've seen, I went out to the Crestview scrimmage, watched a little bit of that scrimmage out there. Moman got a little hip pointer there early in the first half, but he did probably have 6 or 7 carries, and he is not one that goes down easy, so he's going to be fun to watch. And then almost like a little thunder and lightning from the New York Giant days, then you throw in Derek Carter, who, if you get that kid in space, look at him. I mean, he is lightning fast, and he will break big plays. I hope to see him, break open a few long runs tonight. So
he is electric. He's put in the roster from head to toe has put in a lot of work, I'm sure. But there were days when I was practicing or coaching some fall baseball, some summer baseball, and we were at just various different venues. And if there was an open field, there was one man in the off season working on his speed, his pass catching, and his running moves. And that was Derek Carter. He was always somewhere working on his game, whether it be the skills or the physique.
Folks, as you see on the screen here, the East Liverpool Marching Band, all 100 strong of them. As we get ready for the national anthem, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. East Liverpool Sports Radio.
A good rendition.
100 members. Man, right?
It's good to see.
We're 8 minutes and 18 seconds away from kickoff of the 2017 football season, folks. One of my favorite parts is when Coach Ludwig rallies the Army up by the locker room and they make that trot down here onto the field. And we're going to see that here shortly as the Liverpool High School marching band plays the school alma mater. Nervous, you think? You think Potters got a little bit of nerves? They got to, right?
First game nervousness. No matter whether you're a senior and you've been there and done that, or a freshman, which we're dressing quite a few freshmen. A lot of underclassmen. There's just going to be nerves from the top down.
I listened to the Rob Pratt interview last night with Coach Ludwig. Was on Facebook. They got only 7 seniors, but they feel that their juniors will play like seniors, their sophomores will play like juniors, and that they can build off, a good amount of playing time last year to, to show that they're ready for the 2017 season.
And another nice thing to see around the stadium as we heard the Potter band play the national anthem is everybody was on their feet standing for the national anthem.
Absolutely.
Nobody
was
kneeling.
Nobody kneeling. That's a good thing.
Got it every day on the news. Couple other young guys to look forward to in the backfield. Again, we're deep in the backfield. Hopefully we don't have to go to our depth. But this Lane Copris is a junior at 205. Kind of splits the difference there between Carter and Moman. He can come in with a little bit of a mixture of speed and size.
Probably the most well-rounded all-around football player on the Potter team. Top to bottom, I feel that they're solid this year, but Copris is definitely a force to be reckoned with on both sides of the ball. Catches the ball well out of the backfield as well. You're going to see. Last year, like you said, we've seen a lot of big arm quarterback. Mayfield had an absolute cannon. So this year, Reedy is definitely able to throw the ball. I think we're going to see a more simplified passing game, and that's going to definitely include Lane Copris. Wide receiver-wise, I look to see Wellsville, McLeod get a little action at tight end. Troy Krosky, he's a junior, 6'1", 170.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, definitely. Both sides of the ball. Woodyard goes and gets it. It's a sophomore, 6'1", 160 sophomore. Got a little bit of height on the outside. Should have a balanced attack, and I think that's what Coach Ludwig wants to do. He wants to have a balanced attack this year, so that's definitely what we're going to be looking for. We were probably more 80 pass, 20 run last year, 70 pass, 30 run. I think this year
at least
it might be a little more run heavy, 60% run, 40% pass, maybe 70% run, 30% pass. We'll see that tonight.
A few games that I went to last year, and I went solely for one reason. Not only because I'm a Potter, but I was excited about the 5 wide. Austin Mayfield, Zach Gill playing some ball at the next level. Can't remember where at exactly.
I'm not sure.
Westminster.
Okay. Yeah.
Westminster. Good pickup, Avery. We got Avery Wiggin joining us here on the side. He can be our spotter when needed. And excited. How about Wednesday night's game?
Oh, my goodness. 7th grade Potter football. 8-8 on the clock. Wellsville has one last hope. There is no overtime in middle school football.
There is no overtime.
Yeah, I did find
football
that.
Does not go into overtime.
So with 3 seconds left, they were probably, 40 about the 40-yard line. Quarterback for them back throws a Hail Mary deep into triple coverage.
Devin
Toothman.
Spectacular.
The catch is the best part of the whole play, I thought. The fact that he was able to catch it and stay on his feet because he was surrounded by 3 or 4 guys and then takes it 70 yards
the other way
in for a touchdown. Potter,
no time left.
7th and 8th grade win. Exciting. I actually got goosebumps. It was unbelievable.
Because the crowd wasn't huge, but we all were trying to figure out if there was going to be overtime in an 8th grade football game or no overtime. We feared that there was none, so we were going to go home with a tie, which is never fun. You either want to win it or lose it. And then they won it on the final play. So congratulations to the 8th grade Potters, coached by Maurice Brown. Out on that staff, another Potter familiar name, TJ Slegger, and Danny Wells, who was a Potter just last year, was helping out at the 8th grade level. And one of the most exciting parts about high school football, and most notably one of the reasons why I wish I would have played high school football, is for this reason right here. When the lights are on and the crowd's large, it's opening night. You make the march down to the gate. You can hear the Edison fans clapping in the background because the Wildcats are about to take the field. The blue and white are coming down past the Potter Peak Kiln, which could actually be fired up tonight with this weather we got going on. And
it's a low of 50 or 48 tonight or something.
48
My
degrees.
Gosh, you got to be kidding me. It's August. But I ain't complaining because it gets hot up here.
So everyone's set. As you can see, the band's on the field. The cheerleaders are on the field. Coaches have given their final speeches. Players are making the march. Get the jitters out.
And you'll see the Potters make their way onto the field here in just a few seconds. There you are. They are coming down the walkway.
Edison Wildcats are taking the field. Slow but sure. A medium-sized crowd.
Give the fans at home here or on YouTube a shot of the crowd there.
Here come the Wildcats. Led onto the field by senior 22 Seth Cade, who is their running back, quarterback, and linebacker. One of those both-way type players, which can be hard to do.
Before we came on the air, folks, we did have the coin flip from tonight's officiating crew. On the toss, they deferred, and the Potters will receive the football to kick off the 2017 season.
We didn't talk about as the Potters huddle up, get ready to take the field, is the defensive side of the ball. We watched a blue and white scrimmage where it was dominated by defense, both sides of the ball.
And here come the Potters. Great numbers.
Yeah. The participation looks strong. Maybe it's a turn of a new era in the program, which I'm hoping. The defensive side of the ball's got a lot of exciting players on it as well. They probably don't want to wear Copris down on the offensive side of the ball because he's such a tremendous linebacker. And right beside him is one of my personal favorite players on defense, is Peyton Adkins. This is a player that's just fundamentally sound.
He's a gamer. He comes to play in the games. He will definitely come up and lay the wood. There's no doubt about it. Goloy also in the middle with Copris. McLeod also a middle linebacker.
The impressiveness in the blue and white scrimmage, and a lot of the times, is what gets overlooked, is the players that are in the trenches don't get a lot of the accolades. But the defensive lines on both the blue and white side of the ball should be combined tonight. And hopefully hold the Wildcats on offense. The Potters will receive the ball. Will be moving right to left. Back deep.
Here we go, folks. We are kicking off the 2017 season. A short kick.
Number 4, Nick Woodyard, comes up and gets it, and he's got a lot of room.
Woodyard's in space.
He's
there he goes, folks.
Room outside. Woodyard down to the 40, cuts back at the 35, pushed out of bounds right about the 30. Good start.
Great blocking.
That's exciting right there. Nick Woodyard, the 6'1", 160 sophomore. Multi-talented athlete, football, basketball. Maybe we can get him out on the baseball field.
Yeah, good athlete, right? And he's a sophomore. All the way down to the 31-yard line. The Potters will take over. Here we go. The Peyton Reed era
had
begins.
A trivia question right there. How did the 120th year start? With a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Wouldn't that have been something?
One guy saved it.
The Edison band in the background. Here we go. Atkins takes a snap. Derek Carter up the middle. 2 or 3. Quick hitter.
A good, comfortable first play for the Potters. The Edison band's making some noise. The fans are getting behind their defense. 2nd down and 8. About the 29-yard line of Edison.
We're going to see a lot of shotgun tonight from the Potters, I'm being told. Bowman stuffed in the backfield. That's going to be for a 3-yard loss.
Nothing doing. A lot of penetration by number 52 Cats. And that's to Levi Wagner. Do we have triplets?
5'10", yeah, looks that way. 5'10", sophomore, Levi Wagner.
With Cody Wagner and Caleb Wagner. All sophomores.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Potters after the Woodyard kickoff return. Here we go. Peyton Reed scrambles to the side. He gets outside. Nothing. Sacked behind the line of scrimmage. That's number 33 for the Edison Wildcats, River Pappas. Looks like Coach Ludwig's going to play the field position game here. He's going to punt.
We talked about this the other night there. Atkins, Noah Wheaton was running a route. Peyton Reed was rolling out to his offhand.
Offhand.
So he under a lot of duress.
Unless that was a designed run.
Probably. He had to just go down at the 35, so the Potters will punt the ball away.
High snap.
Come on.
It's going to be a touchback.
Nope. That's number 6. That's Peyton Atkins on the punt. Didn't quite get as much height as he was looking for.
Wildcats will take over at the 20-yard line. 9:56 to go in the first quarter.
A good stand by Edison on the defensive side of the ball. After a early kickoff return by Woodyard. Come out. The aforementioned Woodyard is standing deep on the 30.
2 wide set here.
Good penetration by the Potters, number 44. And it looks like the ball is not on the ground, but Woodyard came up.
Woodyard, Copris, and Noah Wheaton.
Yeah, good penetration by 44. That's Aiden Watkins, a 5'9 junior. Made him cut back, and Woodyard plugged the hole just like you should from the defensive secondary. Puts him on the board, 2nd and 9 from Edison's own 21. Edison goes shotgun 3 wide.
Quarterback Noah Woods for Edison, 5'10 sophomore as well. Edison's young. And off. Michael Loy around the corner. Wow. Good penetration by Loy.
Played his position well on the end because they ran a little counter there, a little misdirection. Loy stayed home, no place to go.
3rd and 7.
2-yard gain, 3rd and 7, 8:52, clock rolling. East Liverpool band has arisen.
Potter fans still making their way into the stadium here.
8 seconds on the play clock. Edison's going to have to rush to get this play off. Potters are set.
Right side. Good containment by the Potters. There's McLeod.
Good job by a host of Potters. They just didn't give up the edge. Edison was looking to get the edge on a jet sweep.
Coach Nate Boyd fired up on the sidelines after that.
Woodyard will go back to about midfield to receive this punt, looking to make a little something happen after a quick 3 and out. Coach Boyd's got to be satisfied on the first series. Rush 9.
Ooh, almost a block punt. Get out of the way. Oh, that took a great roll.
Yep.
Nothing hurt there. Back to where we started after the kickoff.
Potter ball, 32-yard line.
$7:44 to go, folks. First quarter. No score yet. Possession number 2. The nerves could be gone now.
The nerves could be gone. You can see on camera the sun will be setting in less than 5 minutes. Then it'll just be a perfect night for football.
Reed under center. Noah Wheaton out wide. Carter inside handoff. No gain.
Nothing doing. Carter stutter stepped and chose to go inside versus outside. Edison contained the edge there very well. Bounce off the block. Stop Carter for no gain. 7:21 rolling. Potters huddled up. Bands are making some noise. And the Potters will come to the line. Wheaton split wide. 2 running backs.
Carter, he gets outside. There he goes, folks.
Oh, what a block.
What a block. And he
There
could be gone. 10, 5.
Oh,
Oh, tripped up at the 3-yard line.
Number 32. When he's not carrying the ball, he's making a nice block.
Great block by Jalen Moman. And he was, Carter gets down to about the 3-yard line, tackled by, senior Kenny Cranston for the Wildcats.
Carter took the pitch deep, looked for a hole. There was nothing, so he immediately bounced outside, and he got right to the edge, and Copra sealed the deal for him. Took out 2 Edison defenders with a fine block. I wish we could see that on replay. And Carter scampers down, and just a shoelace tackle at the 5-yard line. The Potters first and goal from the 3.
Reed under center, handoff. Broken play there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Carter took the wrong route or
Carter was going inside.
Reed wanted to go a little
Reed was
further
going
out.
outside.
Second and goal.
Here's where you're probably going to get either a little play action or a little moment.
Moman looks big. I mean, it's big, 6'2", 248.
Came up and made that block. I was expecting it to be one of the linemen.
He got out there and did it. Second and goal. Inside handoff to Carter. He cuts back. Ooh.
Oh.
Wrapped up by number 33 for the Wildcats.
He followed Moman into the hole. Moman made a nice block, but one of the Wildcats cut him off from behind.
That's River Pappas again for the Wildcats. 3rd and 3 for the Potters. 3rd and goal.
It's a big play for the young Potters on this season. Go ahead and punch it in.
Better get a timeout here with 10 seconds to go on the clock. Timeout. You better get a timeout, Coach.
Yep.
3, 2. They are going to call a timeout. The play clock is interesting in high school football. 5:19 to go. First quarter, no score. The Potters are on the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. Looking to punch it in.
Deep in Edison territory. We want to remind everybody out there, tonight's game is sponsored by the Newcastle School of Trades. They have in downtown East Liverpool now.
Definitely beautified the city.
It really has.
Yeah, it has. Absolutely.
If you haven't, and you probably haven't, been downtown hours for whatever reason, their signs just glow bright.
Yeah, they've
Bright
definitely
neon signs, and the buildings are redone.
on Fifth Street. They've definitely improved Fifth Street. And that's a historic building too. And when they went in there, that building was in good shape. But either of the buildings, side by side. So they've done
Tremendous job.
tremendous job. All right, out of the timeout, 3rd and goal.
It's a little flip-flop action.
Moman and
Carter's
Carter.
in front. Moman's in back.
Now a
they
little
come out
motion.
side by side. The Potters jump offside.
Right side of the line.
Little false start. A little anxious was one of the Potter linemen.
Edison Band is fired up over here today.
Yeah.
We need a quick score to quiet them down.
They look like they have pretty good numbers as well. They fill an entire section of the stands.
Here they are.
So the Potters will adjust their play because that was just going to be a little off-tackle run.
After the false start, 3rd and goal for the Potters. Reed's in the gun. Wheaton out wide. Slant pass.
Oh! Catch! What a catch!
Noah
by 84, Noah Wheaton. The ball at the line, if you can't see it, which you probably can't because it's pretty far away, as it was thrown on the quick slant route, so it threw the timing off just a little bit. The ball was behind Wheaton. Back.
That happened so fast. Did he one-hand that?
He one-handed
Oh,
it.
my goodness.
He
What
was,
a play.
He was moving hard on the slant, Noah Wheaton was. The extra point, the snap is down, the kick is up by 37, and it is
No good.
no good.
Play goes wide left. Season of Potter football, first touchdown of the year, Noah Wheaton from Peyton Reed.
Phenomenal catch. Because, like I said, he was coming hard on the slant. Oh, was tipped through the timing off. Wheaton, dare I say, stuck it. Odell Beckham catch
Odell
on us in the
Beckham's
very
down.
first quarter of action on the 2017 season. As the sun has set on the evening,
I can feel it getting chilly.
I can take off the sunglasses here and actually be able to see.
5:13 to go, first quarter. Potter touchdown. Reed to Wheaton. 8-yarder. Potters lead 6-0. Special teams on the field, getting ready to kick off to the Wildcats.
Kickoff will be 45. Dominic Valera. So we have a punter, place kicker, and kickoff specialist. Instead of one wrapped into the other, Valera approaches and will boot it deep.
Squib kick, taking it to 30 by the Wildcats. He breaks a tackle, and he will be forced out at the 45-yard line. Number 20 for the Wildcats on the return.
We're going to have to work on that kickoff.
I don't have a number 20 for the Wild. Yeah, I do. Dakota Clifton on the return. He was wrapped up by number 76, Hayden Nicholson. Wildcats will take the ball to 45-yard line. Counting first quarter.
Good field position for the Wildcats. The Potters counter with a 4-3 set.
3 wide for the Wildcats. Inside handoff.
Good pursuit by the Potters.
He'll push ahead for 1 or 2. Looks like 2. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Iowa's 25, Copris. And coming up from the other side is Corey Wyan, also a junior. In on the tackle. I'll get your defensive line for you here in just a minute.
4 wide set for the Wildcats. Takes a snap. Pass outside to number 22. He breaks a tackle, and he will be short of the first down.
Just shoved out 1 yard short by number 4, Nick Woodyard, on a quick pass.
Catch by number 22, Seth Cade for the Wildcats.
So we have number 75, Philip Norfleet, 76, Hayden Nicholson. Watkins, number on the last guy. It looks to be 67. Joaquin Johnson.
3rd and 1 for the Wildcats. And they will get it. Clock stops on a first down in high school as they reset the chains. Be a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 42-yard line.
They wind the clock, and Wildcats come to the line with split end, right and left. Single receivers. 2-back set.
Takes a snap inside,
Again,
handoff
right
to
up
the
middle,
fullback.
stood up
There's Joaquin
quickly.
Johnson. Good penetration from Johnson. Pushes for about 1 or 2. The Wildcats. .341 to go, folks. First quarter, 6-0 Potter.
The corners tonight for the Potters are 84 Noah Wheaton, who had the spectacular catch, and Troy Krosky, split to the top of your screen.
In motion for the Wildcats. Good cut up the field. Number 22 on the carry for the Wildcats. That's Seth Cade.
Down to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. Third and 2 officially on the board.
Inside handoff. That's Cade again. He breaks
a couple
2
tackles.
gets into the secondary, and that'll be an Edison first down. Seth Cade's a senior.
Good penetration. He just broke the arm tackles, and we're able to carry some Potters down to the 27-yard line of the Potters. Sidelines is the ever-present Jimmy Joe Savage, taking some pictures for the Potters.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Here's a snap. Fake handoff. Rolls out. Oh.
Got it.
Got it.
He bobbled it 2 or 3 times, but was able to pull it in just in time to tiptoe the sidelines.
That's Seth Cade again. It's a great catch also.
Yep, time for the Potters to dig in. Dig in and hold. Hold the line here. Second down and 3. A versatile down, the kind of down and distance you want to be in any level of football.
Woods takes the snap.
They go ahead and run it
Inside
right up the
handoff.
middle. Good penetration by the Potters. A host of Potters there.
There we go.
Led by number 10.
Michael Loy.
Michael Loy, one of the Potters. Here. It says BB, but he's playing more of a monster back position.
Bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. Noah Woods gets in the play in the huddle, and he's coming to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide. Left side of the screen. Inside handoff. He is wrapped up.
Stopped right at the marker.
Looks like he will be. He looks short from here. I could be giving the first down.
They're going to call for a measurement.
They are going to call for a measurement.
They tried to eyeball it. Could make the decision. It'll either bring up a first down down and 1. The Potter home scorekeeper is optimistic and has the board at 4th and 1. We'll see where it actually falls.
At first glance, it looked like he was short. We will find out. It's got to be close. Inches.
Yeah.
Inches.
Maybe 1 inch.
He looked twice, so it had to be real close. So 4th and 1. It's got to be.
Well, you're probably going to see 33 again up the middle. That's River Pappas, who's ran the ball strong. The Potters may try to sell out. Come right up the middle with the house. Good time for a play action or a bootleg. Coach Boyd barks out the play. The defense is set.
2 wide. Push up the middle.
Keeper.
Definitely going to get the first down there. That'll move the chains. No Woods on the carry. The sophomore quarterback for the Wildcats.
Smart play. Not used enough, I don't think, at a lot of levels of football.
If Tom Brady can get 1 yard all the time,
Right.
Can do it, right?
Yeah.
Any quarterback can.
Follow your big center or your
2 wide out split to the left side. Woods under center. Pitch outside. That's Cade.
good.
Oh,
Nick
man,
Woodyard.
there's
Nice
Woodyard.
Play.
Good gang
What a
tackling
great
there by the
play.
Potters.
Nick Woodyard's defender turned to block him, and he just sidestepped him, shed the block, made the open field tackle. That's a fine play by a sophomore at that.
5 yard loss for the Wildcats. It brings up 2nd and 15. Great play by Woodyard.
Very instinctual play. That's one of those things you can't teach.
Woods in the gun. Wildcats 4 wide set, single back. Woods takes the shot. Shotgun snap. Rolls out to the right side. Good pursuit. Almost another one-handed grab.
Good thing he got his hand out on there because number 10, senior defensive back, was just waiting for that ball to drop in his hands.
Woods' pass intended for number 28. Wildcats roster is not in numeric order. It really makes it tough.
It's hard to find players. It's by class.
Yeah, it is by class. I always look up top because you would think, seniors would be there first, but I've been staring at the sheet now for 2 minutes. I still can't find a number 28, so I will give up.
And number 1's the last on your list. I don't think there is a 28.
4 wide. Woods in the gun again. Back to pass. Good pursuit by the Potters.
Screen set up.
There's Kopris. Fumble. Potters got it.
Potters got it.
Did Woodyard come up with that? Nope.
I think
Wait a minute.
Kopris got it.
Krosky. Great.
Kopris jumped in there and made him cut back. Then he was hit by an unidentified Potter, and the ball came loose. Krosky pounced on it. The Potters come up with a big stand deep in this first quarter.
That's one of those plays as a football player when it's you and him,
One-on-one.
One-on-one. Kopris made the play. Great job. Turnover for the Potters.
Because they set the screen up well.
Reed in the gun. Inside handoff. Carter cuts up. Going to get 3 or 2 or 3. I'd say 3, maybe 4.
And the Potters will probably let the clock run out on this young first quarter of the season. Regroup with a 2nd and 7 to start the second quarter. And the Blue and White Touchdown Club does want to send out a good big thank you to Sheets for feeding the team last night.
I love
after
Sheets.
practice.
Sheets is great for the community. We know that.
Sheets is great.
Sheets does a lot for our
They donate
baseball.
a lot to the River Valley Baseball organization. They're visible in the community. We need more businesses to be visible in the community, like the Sheets, the Tim Hortons, the Bob and Robbins,
Sheets,
the TCP flooring.
TCP flooring. There you go. Nice plug. That's a lot of food. 60-some kids, 15 coaches, 10 coaches. It's a lot of food.
It's a lot of MTOs.
When I first got my driver's license is when Sheets came to our area. Gas was like 60 cents a gallon.
Didn't have to pay much for gas.
Nope, it was great. It's like a gas war. Second quarter, we'll start on the other end of the field. 6-0 Potters. Noah Wheaton from Peyton Reed, our only score. Great defensive stand by the Potters to end the first quarter on a fumble picked up by Noah Wheaton, right?
Krosky, I think.
There's Carter in space.
Good speed, just nowhere to go, so he had to take on a couple tacklers and fall forward for 1 yard or no yard.
Bring up a
3rd and 7.
Bring up a 3rd and 4. As you'd say.
Band's quiet down, give the Potters time to get their play in. Coach Ludwig is barking on the sidelines at somebody.
Play clock down to 5.
That's why he's yelling.
Reed in the gun. Reed rolls out, right side.
A lot of
quarterback
room.
keeper. Good block by Moman.
Oh, Moman, 32. I tried to give Kopers a plug, but that was another fine block by 32. Moman.
Reed on the keeper.
Who, when I read it, it gets me excited every time. 6'2", 248, junior.
You don't want to get blocked by him.
4 or 5 of him out there playing. And that's what the Edison blocker came up to make the tackle on Reed and just didn't want to have anything to do with Jalen Moman coming like a truck.
1st and 10 for the Potters, 35-yard line. Inside handoff. Carter spins off one tackle. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He will get forward progress. It'll be 2nd and 10. He's one spin, one juke away. Always seen that, yeah, on the big run to start the game on our second possession.
He's going to give you some negative yard plays like that, trying to get a little too creative. But for all those, you'll take. Is he'll offset that with many, many positive gainers.
After the no gain, 2nd and 10 for the Potters. Reed in the shotgun. Carter behind him. Reed drops back to pass. Quarterback keeper up the middle. There he goes. Good read by Peyton Reed.
One step, looked at his option. He wasn't there, so he tucked it and ran, scampered for 9 and less than 1. The ball directly in front of us. 9:55, clock rolling. Potters 6-0. Patterson Field, home of the Potters. Opening night, 120th year of football.
It's right now. I'd probably say that this play is going to Jalen Moman or a quarterback keeper.
To the up back.
3rd and 1. Nope, they give it to Carter. And he got it. Good spot by the far side line judge by the officiating crew. It's going to be a 1st down.
Jalen Moman is nice to run behind.
Absolutely.
He clears that hole.
Significant ankle injury. I'm pretty sure that he retweaked it this week in practice. You see him in nose tackle sometimes too. I haven't been really paying attention to him tonight on defense, but I haven't seen him out there yet.
No.
So they're probably, they need him to be healthy all year, so they're probably easing him into the fold. But he's done an excellent job tonight blocking for Carter. But there he is, inside handoff to Moman. Push him for 3 or 4 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get a yard or two after contact every play, just by falling forward. 2nd and 6 for the Potters. 8:47 remaining first half. Ball just shy of midfield, 48.5-yard line. Carter deep. Moman the up back. Reed in the gun.
There's another block by Moman. Carter cuts it up. I don't know if he stays outside there. That might be a lot more.
Probably just easy to see from up here. Quick, it was a deep pitch. He gets 2 yards on the carry. Moman made a nice block on the outside. Reed brings the play in.
They say 3rd and 4 on the scoreboard. I'm going to call that 3rd and 5.
Oh, call it 3rd and 5.5.
Reed in the gun. Moman beside him. Carter deep. Reed back to pass.
Oh.
Pass intended for Woodyard.
Woodyard was about to pull the pass in, and then great contact by number 4, Wagner. One of the 3 Wagners. Sophomore. 5'7", 135 makes a nice play, and the Potters will be forced to punt. Try to pin Edison back deep. Let's angle this kick to one of the corners. Peyton Atkins. Good punt. Take a Potter bounce. It doesn't. It takes a Wildcat bounce back to the 25-yard line, and that's where we'll reset the ball. 7:42. First half, Potter 6-0.
Little different look out of the Potters this year. More of a ball control type game. Historically, that's what we've seen here. Last year was the exception.
The first 3 or 4 games, it was ball control up the middle. We just couldn't get a lot of penetration. We couldn't get downfield. The offensive line couldn't get downfield. Moman comes in at nose tackle, as you mentioned.
Inside, he disrupts immediately. Oh, man, almost a great strip by Loy. Came from the backside. Get gain of 1 or 2 for the Wildcats.
Moman, no matter where he's at, if he's on defense, him and Kopris are space eaters. It's going to take 1 or 2 guys every time to make the stop on them. They're so powerful and fast. And they're lined up right next to Joaquin Johnson, who's cut from the same mold.
Motion from the Wildcats. Pitch to the right side.
Good.
There he is. Come up and stick
the ball
ya.
hawk.
Number 6.
We don't know who it is. Number 6, Peyton Atkins. 6 foot 165 senior.
Textbook tackle.
Textbook tackler. Should sell videos.
Brings up 3rd and 9. 2-yard loss for the Wildcats. 6:37 and ticking. Second quarter. Potters 6-0. Wildcats come out in the 4 wide. Woods in the shotgun. West, Seth Cade in motion. Rolls out to the right side. Looks to get it to Seth Cade. Spin move. There's a ball on the ground, folks.
On the ground. Atkins is there. Did he get it?
I think Cade might have swiped that right bag up. No gain. No, they're going to give him 3 yards on that one. It'll bring up 4th and 7. Big play here for the Potter defense. 5:50 and ticking, folks. Second quarter.
Atkins deep for the Potters.
Woods in the shotgun.
No, that's not Atkins. That's
Woodyard.
That's what I meant.
Goes back to punt.
Fake
punt.
No, rugby style. Woodyard.
Oh, great
Woodyard,
punt.
Yeah, Woodyard. I think Woodyard might have thought it was a fake as well. He took 5 steps up and got caught in the rugby style punt. Went over his head and rolls dead. 5-yard line.
Some good scouting there by the Potter staff. It's like they knew what was coming there. They were set up offensively in the gun. Had Woodyard deep. So with 5:29 to go in the second quarter, Potters lead 6-0, and they will take over.
Got an injured Wildcat. It's 22.
That's not good for the Wildcats.
He's been in on a lot of plays. Is that River Pappas?
That's Seth Cade.
That's Seth Cade.
Senior running back.
River Pappas is 33. So we'll have a brief break in the action. Potters would love to go down right here. I'm up 2 scores.
Talk about some of the sponsors we got tonight. Legacy Studios. We talked about Jimmy Joe Savage. Folks, if you have high schoolers, seniors looking to get their senior picture, he is still booking appointments. Jimmy Joe Savage does a lot for
everybody.
Everybody in the Potter athletic student athlete community. Does a great job. Newcastle School of Trade sheets, and tonight the game ball is sponsored by the Blue and White Touchdown Club. And we will give away our own personal game ball tonight after the game.
Okay.
Like Madden's truck.
I like it.
We don't have a bus outside,
or a
though.
turkey leg.
A turkey
or the
leg.
Iron Man Award.
Iron Man Award. There you go. 5:29 to go, second quarter. Timeout, Edison. It's getting chilly. I can feel it. I'm going to have to put on Avery's sweatshirt.
Both sides will reset. It's a big possession for both sides. Edison wants to get a quick 3 and out, get the ball back, and try to tie this thing up. The Potters want to go down and go up 2 scores. We're a little bit past the feel and out stage. But we might go a little deeper into the playbook.
Absolutely.
If not now, as soon as we come out for the second half. But I'll look for the Potters to do a little something different here on this last drive.
Off. Michael Loy will get nothing.
Stood up right at the marker. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 as the referees unpile. Reed gets the play. Brings it in, 20 seconds on the play clock, 5 minutes even on the game clock. Dairy Queen, packed house on the hill.
Chicken basket with white gravy. Reed takes a snap. Back to pass. Pass interference. Oh, my goodness. No
back.
Penalty there. Wow.
That's number 3. Troy Krosky just ran a little out pattern, and when he went to reach for the ball, he couldn't reach because the Edison defender was draped all over him.
The line judge didn't call that.
Yeah, he was right there,
wow.
too.
He was all over him.
So 4:44 clock stops. 3rd and 9. Potters need to convert. I mean, to keep possession of the ball, but keep the clock rolling and not give it back on a punt.
Break out of the huddle. Reed in the gun. Split backs, Moman, Carter. Wheaton, split out wide. Right side, wide open. Oh, he had him. There he is.
There's Krosky again on the cross route.
First down, Potters.
First down, Potters. The clock will stop momentarily to spot the ball. 4:36. Potters move the chains. 1st and 10. Edison, 36.
Aiden Watkins, wide open down the field there. Not sure if Reedy didn't see him, but it all worked out in the end.
He felt a little pressure. Maybe Pump Fake Watkins stepped up in the pocket, found a little free space. Got the ball off to Krosky for a nice game. But trust me, they'll remember that play, and they'll remember Watkins was open, and they'll run it again.
Right side. He's down. He loses the ball.
He did lose the ball, but he
definitely down.
His knee was down.
Bring up 2nd and 9. Sophomore Woodyard brings the play into Peyton Reed. Krosky to the sidelines. 3:42 and ticking. Second quarter. Reed in the gun. Moment and Carter split him. Takes a snap. Fakes the inside handoff.
Backside pressure.
Number 21.
Logan Hanshin. He came untouched from the backside, the bottom of your screen. And when Reed spun, because he had to spin, because he was rolling to his left.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 16 for the Potters. 2:50 and ticking.
Clock rolling. Ludwig, does he pass the ball here? Or does he run it to chew up some of this clock and then punt it away?
We're about to find out. Reed under center. Takes a snap. Fake handoff to Carter. Reed goes deep. He's got Woodyard.
Yeah,
got him.
And
he drops the pass.
Woodyard was open, maybe thinking he was getting close to the sidelines. On his feet before he pulled in the pass.
Peyton Reed dropped a Dilfer dime in there to Woodyard.
Right on the money. That answered my question right there. Ludwig says, we're not going to be conservative. We're going to air it out. And it would have paid off as the Potters would have had the ball across midfield. Instead, the Potters will punt with 2:35 clock stopped. Adkins to get off a good one.
Heads towards the sidelines. That takes a Potter bounce. A real nice Potter bounce.
Down to about the 33-yard line. Krosky touches it dead. 2:24. Potters defense looks to come out, dig their heels in a little bit. Maybe get a quick 3 and out as the Potters still have all 3 timeouts left. So if Edison decides to get conservative here on down 1 and down 2, I look for Ludwig to call some timeouts to get the ball back.
Potters all have 3 timeouts remaining. Edison's got 2. 6-0 Potters. 2:24. Woods under center for the Wildcats. Handoff. Outside to Cade. Breaks 1 tackle. Drags the Potter defender for 3 or 4 yards. 5, we'll call it 5.
5 on the game. Let the clock roll on that play.
Hayden Nicholson on the tackle for the Potters. They give him 6 on the carry. He'll bring up 2nd and 4. Sophomore quarterback Noah Woods under center for the Wildcats. Snap, handoff inside. Seth Cade pushes them. It's going to be a 1st down, it looks to me. Referee spotting the ball here. They're going to give the Wildcats the 1st down. Clock ticking, 1:36, folks. 1st half. Come out in a 4 wide. In the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls right side. There's Kopris on the pursuit.
Heavy pressure by 25, Kopris.
Oh, and Kopris is going to get a personal foul late hit on Woods.
I was watching the pass.
See what the call is here.
We don't have the benefit of replay.
Roughing the passer on the defense.
That's a big play right there.
It's a 15-yarder. That'll bring the ball across midfield for the Wildcats. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Good pursuit by Kopris. Just got to him a little late. Folks, 1st half winding down. Woods under center for the Wildcats. Inside handoff. Nothing there. Nope. He pushes the pile for 3 or 4. River Pappas again on the carry for the Wildcats.
Edison calls a timeout to stop the clock. On scoreboard after the first quarter, the Beavers lead 20-0 over Wellsville Tigers.
Beavers are seasoned. A lot of seniors. We're light here, seniors. We got 7. I think the Beavers have.
I know Wellsville's very light, and this is Moose Ramsey's inaugural season down there with his staff, and I know they're starting young Troy Carter.
Freshman.
Quarterback, freshman Troy Carter, played baseball with us. What a nice young man, and couldn't deserve a the spot, but it's hard to step in there as a freshman.
They're young. They're young across the board down there,
Absolutely.
so it's going to be growing pains. But we definitely wish Moose and the Tigers the best of luck this year.
They could be reckoned with.
Is that first half score?
Years.
Is that what it?
That was first quarter score.
First
so
quarter.
I'm a little behind. Scoreboard, otherwise known as Facebook, just to see how things were going. Catch any other local scores. Don't know where Oak Glen was tonight. Lisbon. Anybody else that may be listening for some reason. Edison comes set.
Cade in motion. Woods under center. Back to pass. There's a slant. Nice catch by number 25 for the Wildcats. Bryce McThoos.
A nice pass in heavy coverage.
Peyton Reed, first start under center for the Potters. Noah Woods, I would be pretty certain to say is more first start and center. Both quarterbacks doing a nice job tonight managing the game. It brings up a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. We're under 1 minute to go, folks, in the first half. Back to pass. He's looking downfield across the middle.
Picked off.
Oh!
There should be a holding. I was going to call it out, but now they might call roughing the passer.
Another
again.
roughing the passer on the pot.
He would not have roughed the passer had he not got held. So thank you for that. It was the proper call. 75 was charging up the middle. Got his jersey held, was 2 steps late, went ahead and hit the quarterback.
McLeod passed down. Atkins was behind him,
coming hard,
big-eyed, ready to go. It all works out in the end. It's going to be in 20. That's a spot of the foul penalty. So it'll be 1st and 20 for the Wildcats. Clock is ticking, folks. 36 seconds to go in the first half. Woods in the shotgun. Wildcats 4 wide. Potters 5 defensive backs. Wood back to pass. He's going deep. Nobody but number 84, Noah Wheaton, picks it off. And he's down the sidelines, and he's got some blockers.
Got some room ahead of him, but somebody come hard, fast up the sidelines behind him. That's one of the speedy receivers from Edison to pull him down.
And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a hold. Wildcats way behind the play.
14 seconds to go. We'll see what the call is before Ludwig decides what play to run in. Ian goes into the locker room.
Big game from Noah Wheaton so far.
We have a very active secondary. Wheaton gets back deep. Krosky gets back deep. Atkins and Woodyard are just back there waiting to pick the ball off or hit somebody. I like our defense.
Defense is a lot quicker this year than it's been. They're fast to the ball. Really no big plays from the Wildcats.
With that spot foul, brings the ball clear into Edison territory. See one pass here. If it's completed, the Potters do have 3 timeouts. They can call a quick timeout and maybe shot on
Cam
Potter
Klakos.
Catcher Cam Klakos.
1st and 10 for the Potters, midfield. Atkins in the gun, fakes, right side.
Oh, dangerous pass.
Dangerous pass.
Back to
incomplete, they're going to call it.
I like the play out by one of the Edison players as Carter tried to just run a little slip route.
Levi Wagner, number 52. Said his name a few times tonight. 2nd and 10 for the Potters.
I like that throwback. It looked like he was going to roll out. I was convinced he was rolling out towards us. Planted the cleats, turned around, threw it backwards. Unfortunately, there was an Edison player there to snuff it out.
Reed under center. Wheaton out far left. Carter inside handoff. Makes one juke. Makes two jukes. Makes, wow, a lot of jukes.
Makes a lot of jukes to get 8 yards as the clock comes down to 1 second. Potters call timeout. Carter, very quick feet.
Little Peyton Atkins come under center here to throw this Hail Mary. I would imagine that's what they're going to do. Throw it up in the end zone. Hopefully it doesn't happen opposite of what happened the other night in the 7th grade game where we had in our favor, an interception return for a touchdown. So,
well, if the offensive line can just give Atkins a little bit of time, you can get Woodyard, Wheaton, Krosky, a little bit of the length of the Potters, time to get down the field, heave it up, maybe get a defensive pass interference call or a catch.
Reed will stay under center for the Potters. Moment will head to the sidelines. Krosky, Wheaton out wide for the Potters. Single back Carter in the backfield. Reed will be in the gun. 1 second to go in the first half, folks. Reed back to pass. He's got time. Good block by Carter. Steps up down the field, and it is knocked down. Number, I can't tell if that is 19.
Got a flag on the play. The half can end on a defensive penalty. We'll see what the call is first.
It's going to be got to be a pass interference, I'd imagine.
That's clear.
Oh, it's back here. Maybe roughing the passer. Hold.
Trying to give Reed a little extra time. But they're going to ask Coach Ludwig what he wants to do. So it's obviously against Edison. The untimed down will be played with no time on the clock. Hence the term untimed down. For Captain Obvious.
Trying to get the camera in
the Potters
in order
will
here.
run one final play from an undetermined location at this point. The Edison band's ready to roll. The Potter band's ready to roll, but they're going to have to wait one more play.
Same formation, opposite side of the field. Let's give it a shot here.
5-yard penalty.
Krosky, Wheaton.
Not sure what the call
Woodyard.
was.
Split wide, 3 wide.
Edison's got 6 deep.
Carter for the block. Pass out, Wheaton. Ooh, big stick by the Wildcats.
Wheaton caught the ball and turned, had nowhere to go. Big hit.
Krosky down the field. That'll do it for the first half, folks.
Yeah, I don't know that Reedy can get the ball down that far. That's a fine pass right there. But to heave that football 40 yards in the air, that's a distance. So your score at halftime is the Potters 6, Edison Wildcats nothing. So a fine first half by the Potter D, led by Coach Nate Boyd
and Ian Whittington. Coach Ian
Whittington.
2 turnovers, right? Two forced turnovers by the Potters. Folks, we're going to take some time out here, let you enjoy Edison Wildcats and East Liverpool High School marching bands. We'll be back to call the second half. Potters 6, Wildcats nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we crown the 2017 East Liverpool Pride High Marching Band. I'm going to the Olympic Olympics, the musicians have been also, and I'm so invited to see them all. Just men of seasons, and policy, the musicians have been tonight, many will be on the first of the season. Music of the night. Our next selection is a combination of songs music of the night from the hit gospel musical Family Opera. The Dark Knight Rises, featuring senior trumpet soloist A.J.
Really cool out there. Cooler than in here. We had the same crowd that was on that side.
Our final players will be in South Saturday night, all ready for fight. Arranged by Sean Wallace.
You sure Edison's on in there? Yeah, good.
All right, folks, we got 36 seconds and counting to go in half. The East Liverpool Potters Pride and Stride marching band finishing up
Good performance.
their halftime show. Great performance by both bands.
Nice size. Good numbers.
Edison got to be happy. 6-0. Get the ball at half.
Young quarterback.
Young quarterback.
New coach, first season. Defer, get the ball like you said.
Some
Coach Boyd getting fired up.
both coaches probably got to see some film from the eyes in the sky up here also for the in the locker room at halftime. You're going to see adjustments on both sides. Potters, two turnovers.
Hey,
Leads to one score, a Noah Wheaton touchdown.
key to victories. Protect the ball. Win the turnover game.
So far, that battle goes to the Potters. Captains meet at center field here, midfield.
News 21 down on the field. Tune in for your 11 o'clock highlights.
Does Bill Phillips still do Sports Friday?
Man, I wish.
Is there there's still a Sports
There
Friday
is still
though,
a
right?
Sports Friday. But Bill Phillips, wow, what a mainstay he was. I look forward to that, actually. Whether it was basketball or football. Checked a couple of the out-of-town scores while you were away. Big Red was up 21-7 on Upper St. Clair, which was touted as a big matchup first week out of the gate. Oak Glen was trailing Weir 21-0, I believe. The Beavers stretched their lead to 40-0
At the half, 40
over the
nothing
Young
Beaver Local.
Tigers.
Beaver Local has to be new coach, new offense, I'm sure, but when you're that senior heavy, I mean, you gotta bring something to the table, and I'm sure they're a disciplined football team. And like you said, you bring a freshman quarterback into the Beaver Stadium, Fighting Beaver Stadium. It's got to be tough. Be curious to see. Was it, offensive turnovers? Was it just big defensive plays? We'll know that tomorrow. Edison will receive second half kickoff.
Getting a little windy here in the box. I'm trying to keep my papers nailed down. That's number 4, Caleb Wagner, deep with 22, who shook off a little bit of a injury in the first half.
Potters will kick
Potters
off.
kick it deep, and that'll be taken by Mr. Wagner across the 30-yard line, hit by the Potters, stood up at the 31, bodies everywhere. Edison will take the ball first and 10 to start the second half. Right at their own 31-yard line.
Defense played really well first half. Really only one true, good drive from Edison, which was halted by the fumble.
They dug in, stood tall and held them. Wheaton, Woodyard, Copris,
Corey Wyan,
Johnson, Wyan, Krosky,
McLeod, Loy, Woods under center.
Takes the snap with 2 backs behind him. Gives the ball to the second back right up the middle. Stood up by a host of Potters led by 25.
Is it me or did it take a while for that play to
Lane
develop
Copris.
there? Yeah.
Actually took so long I thought he was going to fake it and roll out naked bootleg. He took the ball and ran it very deep to the running back. Noah Woods, 5'10", 160. Sophomore starter, 1 half under his belt. Under center, 2 wide receivers split to the bottom of the screen. 2 running backs. Woods takes the snap, gives it again right up the middle to the second back. Same result, no gain. They're going to give him 1. 3rd and 9. 11 minutes, third quarter.
Seth Cade on the carry for the Wildcats. Give him 1.5 there.
No, Wood's got to be in good shape. He runs to the sidelines, gets the play.
Every time.
Every down. Sprints all the way over, sprints all the way back, calls the play. Wide, 4 wide. Woods drops back, looks over the field, makes a nice pass in the middle, and then it's knocked loose. And that's 10.
Michael Lloyd.
Michael Lloyd, we've called his name a lot tonight on defense. He covers sideline to sideline.
Good start for the Potter defense.
I think they have, he was the one I said they had listed as a DB, but he sneaks up into that almost linebacker position. Woodyard is going to plant his heels on the Potter 40-yard line. The snap is back. The kick is up. Woodyard doesn't call fair catch. Grabs it. Got a little bit of running room left. Heads to the sidelines, and he's ushered out of bounds by a slew of Edison Wildcats right at the 45-yard line. Potters. Edison territory. The Potters start on the right side of midfield.
Good first half by Peyton Reed. Controlled the offense well. Didn't make any mistakes. Threw a couple good balls. Passed to Wheaton.
Got his first half under him. Comfortable. Krosky goes to the sidelines. Wheaton split to the short side. 2-back set. Carter and Moman. Reed in the gun. Takes the snap. Gives to Carter. Carter follows Copers into the hole with a little burst of speed. 8 yards quickly.
If he breaks that tackle, good night. 44 for the Potters was out in front, leading the charge. Aiden Watkins had the secondary defensive back blocked. Carter breaks one more tackle. That's a Potter touchdown, but he's wrapped up. Gain of 6.
Quick feet. Again, same set. Krosky split wide to the top. Reed takes the snap again to Carter. Carter again behind Copers and a couple other blockers. First down, Potters.
Good vision by Carter.
9:38. The clock will stop to reset the chains. 34-yard line. Potters take a 1st and 10.
Sophomore running back. Probably had first half nerves.
Sure.
Little jittery. Looks good there. Good vision. Finds his hole. Potter first down.
Wheaton to the bottom of the screen. Copers and Carter in the back. Reed from the gun takes the snap. Gives to Carter. Carter scampers to the outside, but is chased by a slew of Wildcats for a 1-yard gain, or we'll call it a no yards. No gain. 2nd 10 Potters.
We haven't seen a lot of Moman yet. I know he's coming off the ankle injury. I would imagine 4th quarter time.
He hasn't had to shy away from contact because he's been the lead blocker, so he's getting his football legs under him. His sea legs, as we'd call it.
Second and 10 for the Potters.
And that's Krosky at the bottom of the screen. Reed with a quick give to Copers. Copers tries to shake 1,
That's
2.
Moman. Oh, my goodness, Moman.
He pitches it to Carter.
Oh, my goodness, Carter breaks it.
2 tackles, and
20,
then goes
15,
10, 5.
Touchdown.
Carter.
Unbelievable. Folks, if you've seen that on the live video, unbelievable. Moman, 5-6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, stopped. Carter's behind him.
Backwards to Carter.
And goes home. Touchdown Potters.
There was just Coach Ludwig who just was about to explode, and there was a massive humanity, and then out of the crowd shoots a dart. Wearing number 5, Derek Carter, who then takes it 40 yards.
We have
In a dash.
Wildcat player down on the field here. Both teams will head to the sidelines. Wow, what breakaway speed. I mean, he is just lightning gone.
Bowman gets stood up, shakes the first guy off, spins off the second guy, knows he's going to get had, pitch backwards to Carter, who's in just a sea of players. Finds a little hole. See ya.
Coach Ludwig and the crew
Touchdown.
definitely like the touchdown, but come tomorrow morning when they're watching film, I'm guaranteeing it's going to be, don't ever do that
Yeah, right.
again. It's a big injury here for the Wildcats. That's number 33. We've said his name a good bit tonight.
Yep. That's that. I said it 1,000 times. River something. River Pappas.
River Pappas.
So he was in on the tackle.
Had
of
Moman.
Probably thought he made a great play, which he did, and then wondered what happened. Just for the extra.
Moman.
Going for 2.
Single back set. Moman. Handoff up the middle. You ain't stopping
He's
that,
in.
folks. 2.5 yards. And 2-point conversion is good. Potters.
He just gets a little. If he gets one step going on a 2-point conversion, you're not stopping him.
So after the crazy touchdown from backward pitch from Moman to Carter, the Potters with 8:24 to go in the third quarter lead the Wildcats 14-0.
Well, that's a little bit of excitement early in the second half for the Potters. Maybe take a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Edison. Going to be important for Coach Moses to rebound here. Rally the troops. Get the ball back.
All the way down. 2 doors down. Mr. Rao.
Potters will kick off here. 8:24 to go in the third quarter. River Pappas, Seth Cade deep for the Wildcats. Taken by Cade. He's at 20, 25, breaks a tackle, 30, 35, 40, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That is Corey Wyan, number 27, on the tackle for the Potters. Cade.
Touchdown saving tackle. I'm going to step away for 1 second. I'll be back. I'm going to go get the 50-50 winner.
There you go. So Wildcats will start with good field position. 42-yard line. Will be 1st and 10. 8:17 to go. Third quarter. Potters lead 14-0. Three wide for the Wildcats. Noah Woods under center. Takes a snap. Inside handoff. That's Pappas. And he is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by a host of Potters. Number 59 on the tackle. Senior Jake Cornell. Also in there, number 64. Skylar Wooley. No gain for the Wildcats. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. 7:50 and counting here, folks, in the third quarter. Wildcats 2 wide, single back set. Woods under center in the gun. And that is going to be a false start on the Wildcats.
What'd I miss?
He was 100 off.
1 number off on the 50-50. We thought we had won it. Close but no cigar. 2nd and 15.
Woods under center.
No chance. You're not allowed to get back.
That's a question that we will have to.
Apparently, it's,
Did he go into the neutral zone? Is the question from this? I mean, we're dead on the line of
Yeah.
scrimmage right here, and I don't.
he moved.
He moved, but I don't think he.
I didn't think he can even cross the plane of
Yeah,
the ball.
I don't either. That brings Brings Edison back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, 7:09 and counting. Third quarter, Potters lead 14-0. Woods in the gun. 2 wide set for, oh, that's a fumble.
On the ground, the Potters are on it. It's still loose, but the Potters are all over it.
3rd turnover of the night for the Potters. I'm not sure who came up with that. By the crowd reaction, number 76 maybe?
76 is pretty excited, so he either forced the turnover or got the turnover. Hayden Nicholson. So the Potters will take over at the 40-yard line. Again, deep, but in Edison territory. Short field. Winning the turnover battle.
Winning field
position. Recipe for success. 1 receiver, 2 backs. Reed takes the snap again to Carter. Carter with a quick feet. Oh, he couldn't.
Oh, my goodness. One more tackle.
Touchdown saving tackle right there.
Derek Carter's starting to get really, really comfortable. You can see him when he takes it. He's got that nice Le'Veon Bell sidestep. Right.
Quick feet with a little burst of power at the end of his runs. That was for Edison, but came up from the secondary and made a fine open field tackle on a quick moving Carter.
We know he's well over 100 all-purpose yards. Rushing, not sure.
Edison brings
inside
heavy
hand up to Carter. Nice counter play by the Potters. There goes Carter to the outside. 20, 15, out of bounds at about the 12. Again.
With a fine run.
Nice play by the Potters. A little inside counter to Carter.
Edison was bringing pressure inside counter to Carter. Carter was stuck in the middle, bounced it outside. Once he gets to the edge, you're not catching him unless you're a DB, and the DB came across, pushed him out of bounds. Just inside the 15-yard line. Potters 1st and 10, 6:03, 14-0. Third quarter, Patterson Field.
It's hard to see everything until you look at the film, but Jalen Moman both big blocks tonight, all night long.
Keeping Edison on the proper side of the line.
Carter up the middle. He'll get nothing.
Offensive line is starting to win their one-on-one battles, which is a war game. In the game is a war of attrition. Deep in the game, deep in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, what line?
A lot about conditioning, right? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Peyton Reed brings him to the line. 2nd and 10, no gain for Carter on the last play. Split backs, single wide out. Inside, Moman. That's Moman.
Moman is
5,
rumbling.
4. Wow. 2 defenders, drags them all the way down to the 1-yard line. You got to give it to the kid again, right?
Yeah.
Give it to him.
He took it to the 2, give it to him again. He is a little ginger. A little ginger on that ankle there. Nothing that's going to keep him out of this play, though.
Broke his foot early in the summer. Worked his butt off, got back. No, he had a little sprain this week. Other ankle, tweaked it. But he looks good today.
What a big back.
Carter, Moman. I formation, inside handoff. Moman, you
head,
ain't stopping that, folks.
Touchdown,
Potter, touchdown. Jalen Moman.
Potter faithful. They're quiet. Of course, I have headphones on. It's like they expected to score there.
Yeah, they knew
We do it all the time.
They thought what we thought. 6'2", 248 pounds. You got 1 yard to go.
It's a formality.
That's right. You
Hold
ain't
on to the ball.
Looks like they're going to give number 45, Dominic Valera, here a shot at this extra point. Reed with the hold. Valera kicks, and it is good. Looked wide left, but
yeah,
they got a better view than we do.
And he missed it. So.
Yeah. 4:36 to go, third quarter, folks. Potters pulling away here, 21-0.
I suppose that's why they stand right by the post.
Right, right. Because they both look good to me.
Yeah.
Then we'd have been 1 for 1.
6, 1, 7, 9.
There they go, rating the 50-50.
Somebody
Nobody won it.
No one's claiming the 50-50.
Did you hear how much?
I'm going to go buy a ticket real quick.
I promise you this. Barring something catastrophic happen, we're going to see a Potter victory tonight. But next week, the stands will be a little fuller. I
Let's
promise
hope
you
so.
that.
All of you people out in Potterland tonight decided to have a little bonfire, a little fire pit. Maybe some back porch listening.
That's right. Little YouTube live
weather's
on the
hey,
Bluetooth speaker.
It's going to be a cut, copy, and paste as far as weather goes for next Friday night. Maybe just a little bit warmer, actually. Very comfortable.
Short kickoff by the Potters, taken by Seth Cade. He gets to 27. We'll call it 28.
Got the ELHS band boosters with the grill going, a little smoke cover in the field.
Smells good.
Little barbecue. I know a little plug here for L&B Donuts, but last year they started a little
After the game.
Call it a tradition of after the game, going up there for a limited menu and breakfast as well, along with the donuts hot out of the oven. Again,
All Potter
after
home
every
games, right?
home game this season. So if you're at the game or not even at the game, swing up by L&B afterwards. Enjoy a little post-game camaraderie.
Breakfast is one of those things that are good. Don't matter when you eat it.
It's always
good
good.
all day. That's right.
Little breakfast after a Potter victory.
Edison first down play was a 1-yard gain. Seth Cade on the run. Potters will look to get the ball back here. 2nd and 1 for the Edison Wildcats. Sophomore quarterback Noah Woods is in the gun. 2 wide for the Wildcats. Woods takes the snap in the gun. Inside handoff to Cade. No, it's a fake. There goes Woods around the outside. He's got space. Atkins comes up, make the play. It's going to be a gain of about 8.
Wheaton forced him back in. Atkins came up,
Cleaned it up.
and contained it. Let's see. Out on the field now, I'm just checking my numbers. I don't know when he came in the game. Heck, he could have played the whole game, actually. I'm not quite sure. But on 56, Kobe Plum,
Brother of Freddie.
brother of the Potter standout, Freddie Plum last year, also playing ball at the next level.
Inside handoff.
So Kobe Plum comes from a fine family, good stock,
Going to be a first down.
using some of Freddie's tutelage.
Cody
out
Plum,
there
a
on the football
sophomore.
field. The sophomore class for the blue and white scrimmage. If you weren't in the sophomore class, I had the privilege to do a little bit of coaching on the hardwood back when they were in 6th grade. What a group of good young men, athletes, and
A lot of multiple sport athletes in that class, right? We love
Multi-sport
them.
athletes.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Woods is now under center. Back to pass, hand fake. Watkins, there he is
All
on the
over
pursuit,
him.
and he's got him, and
got
he's
some
down.
help. Oh, don't throw it. He threw it.
Definitely a late hit. Definitely.
He just got excited.
Watkins had him.
Number
was done.
51. Kazube just a little over exuberant. That's okay.
Sorry. Got
Sometimes-
excited. Yeah.
He's pursuing the football, sees the quarterback. Unfortunately, the quarterback was drugged down a second before Zube arrived, and the Zebras got him for 15.
Aiden Watkins.
But
Both sides of the ball tonight.
But
Big
I like the
impact.
pursuit by both of those guys on that play. They were coming hard. So they'll march off 15 yards. Edison will take 1st and 10 in Potter territory. Potter 47-yard line, 21-0. Potters lead. 2:39 third quarter.
Adam Reuter. That's me, brother. Good to hear from you. He said, I'm listening to the Potter game live on the radio.
All right.
And that he could swear it's my voice.
We have a listener. At least one.
41
Hopefully
listeners.
more.
Back to pass.
Woods scrambles
roll
right.
out. Seth Cade can't come up with it.
High pass. He's under a little bit of duress. Michael Loy, whose number we've called very many times tonight, is pursuing the receiver. He heard the footsteps, dropped the ball. That brings up 2nd and 10 for Edison, 2:17. Clock stopped.
21-0 Potters.
Comes to the line. I think we're going to see a lot more out of the Edison offense here. 3 wide. Woods takes the snap.
Seth Cade
Fake,
inside
they give
handoff.
him inside. A little misdirection.
River Pappas.
Things are getting a little chippy down there. The Potters are starting to.
He was hit hard by Copris there.
Yeah.
Copris got lower than he did. Definitely. Big hit by Lane Copris. River Pappas dropped that ball, but they called him down.
Potters are just starting to play a little bit loose as you can for the 21-0 lead. Woods comes 4 wide this time. 1 to the top, 3 to the bottom. A split back. Snap to Wood. Rolls right. Looks for a receiver. A lot of pursuit by the Potters.
There's Kobe
and down
Plum.
he goes. Kobe Plum. Fresh into the game. Pursuing the football. Makes a nice play.
Sophomore.
Sophomore comes clear from the top of the line. Pursued it all the way down. Didn't get out of position. Stayed where he was supposed to be. Made the play. Brings up a 4th and 6. The Wildcats will undoubtedly go for it. The Potters have Woodyard deep just in case they rugby-style kick it. Everybody else in normal position.
52 seconds and counting, 3rd quarter.
Again, 4 wide, 1 to the top, 3 to the bottom, a split back. Woods takes the snap, looks left, throws left, the slant. Broken up by Krosky. Deflected into the secondary. To the approval of Coach Nate Boyd, the Potters take over on downs. 42 seconds left.
Great defensive positioning by Krosky on that pass. It's one of the hardest passes to defend. Quick slant on the inside. Great job.
Without getting an interference call. Arriving too early, Krosky timed it just perfect.
Potters will take over from the 43-yard line. 42 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Potters lead 21-0.
Joseph Carter. Sprinkled in with some Moman and some Copris.
Copris coming in.
So the Potters are going. Thought they were going to go wishbone for a minute. Copris goes to the end of the line. Reed takes the snap, gives the Moman right up the middle, and he's rumbling, stumbling,
Oh,
and
my
bumbling.
goodness. Look at
Spinning,
this.
Carrying tackle.
Wow.
Pumping the legs. Off-season work does for you, as you can see on camera. He rattles off 12 yards. 11 yards after contact.
You can tell he's a little gimpy. Imagine him 100% healthy.
Yeah, he's hobbling after that play.
Yep, he'd be done. He's going to be done for
They're
the
going
night.
to put him in the garage for the night. Yep. Helmet's off.
He's going to be fun to watch this year.
Moman's hobbling over. He may need a week off of practice, Coach Ludwig.
I'm sure he'll get it.
Yep.
Lloyd takes the place of Moman. Inside handoff to Lloyd. That was a keeper by Peyton Reed, and he will gather a couple yards on the quarterback keeper. Good fake there.
Reed with a little fake or a little option read. I'm not sure whether he had the option to give it to him.
In 3rd quarter, folks, we got an Edison player down on the field.
Edison player cramped up on that play. But that play's become popular at so many levels of football. It's starting to sprinkle itself into the high school game is that read option. Give it to him or pull it back. Pull it back and throw. He chose to pull it back and run.
It's hard to defend because,
You got to commit.
You got to commit. Defenses are going to swing one way or the other. When you get defenses swinging to the one side, when they think it's going one way, quarterback keeps it goes the other.
Or you get
Edison did a great job there. Still got 2 or 3 yards on the play. So
the DBs cheat up, pull it back, shoot over top. The Buckeyes love to run that. You'll see a lot of that out of the Buckeyes this year. I'm excited for the Buckeyes. New offensive coordinator immediately after last year's bowl game, Urban Meyer on the offensive side of the ball. Again, you can't get shut out in a big-time game versus the eventual national champs. But Immediately replaced them.
Preseason number 3, 2. What are they?
Two.
Preseason 2.
USC 1. No. Alabama's up there.
So
USC's up there.
There's
Buckeyes are up there.
Alabama plays who week 1? It's a huge game. Week 1 of college football. I seen it yesterday.
Florida State.
Florida State, Alabama, week 1. Wow.
2-9. 2-9, I think, or 3-9. USC, the Buckeyes, Alabama are in the top 3 or 4. I was watching the preview show last night, but yeah, Florida State's, I think, ranked 9, and they go at it week 1. 2, Oklahoma. Low ranked, but when you come to the table with Baker Mayfield, they come into the horseshoe week 2, so that's a huge matchup for the Buckeyes right out of the gate. Just looking forward to football now. It's hard to believe it's here. Now that it is, you might as well embrace it. The give is to Kopers. Kopers lowers his head.
Spins.
Takes 3-4 Edison Wildcats to bring him down after a 3-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Mayweather or McGregor?
Ooh. Well, history usually tells you which way things are going to go. And to my recollection, Las Vegas still has all the lights on, and all the money is on Mayweather.
Mayweather.
If McGregor would find a way to win, Vegas is going to take a bath. And they don't take a bath too often. So there's many people out there making some bold predictions that Mayweather won't even get hit. It'll be very interesting to see.
That's
what they want.
They said today on the Fan, they're estimating 5.7 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a piece. You do the math on that one. You're a banker. That's a lot of zeros.
That's crazy.
Kopers had a carry there on 3rd and 7. He got 2. We're now at 4th and 4 for the Potters. Under center's Peyton Reed. He drops back to pass.
Out there.
Gonna
pass is high for Michael Loy.
Going to have a defensive hold, I would imagine.
A quick flag. I don't know if they're going to call illegal pick on the Potters. Attacked on Edison. Because Krosky, Loy, and Kopers all came out of the same break. And there was a lot of contact. So much they're not even sure what they're going to call. But they come out and they call. They pointed both downfield. Legal touching. What? Lloyd.
An eligible player downfield on the Potters. They will decline, and it will be Edison ball.
Interesting call because the pass was so quick. Maybe Kopers was lined up in a position, and he got downfield quick.
I'm sure Coach Ludwig is going to want clarification on that.
The stands filled in very nicely. I will call out the Potter student body and say,
well, it's growing.
You got a solid little.
It is growing though.
About 5 or 6 more rows,
right? You ain't
those
lying.
Guys coming out,
quick pass by
supporting each other.
Noah Woods. There's Seth Cade.
A couple tackles.
Takes it for about 7.
And again, Michael Loy, he covers a lot of territory on the defensive side of the ball. Very active player.
We're into the 4th quarter, folks, live from Patterson Field on East Liverpool Sports Radio. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the final quarter here. Potters lead 21-0.
Woods comes set. 2 backs. Surprisingly, only 2 receivers. Under center, takes the snap, give to the second back.
All over
Nothing doing. Potters are all over it. Number 75. It's listed.
Philip Norfleet.
It's listed in the book as Philip Norfleet. It's announced on the PA system as Philip Norfleet. Avery says that's not Philip Norfleet, but we're calling him Philip Norfleet in the program. Maybe there's 2.
Senior Blake McLeod also with some good pursuit there.
So that brings up 3rd and 8. Clock rolling 9:24. Seth Woods in the gun. Single back. 4 wide receivers. Barks out the signals. Straight back drop. Nothing doing. Screen pass.
Oh, Kopris with a great
Read
pursuit.
well
misses the
by the
tackle.
Potters. A flag on the play. Going to be holding against Edison. As they were chasing the court. No way.
Multiple roughing the passer
Wait a
penalties
second.
tonight, and I don't know about
They're
that.
pointing- he's pointing the wrong way. He called roughing the passer on the offense. Can't be.
Man,
He didn't push himself down.
he had it. I mean, he had him when he was.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow. I don't know. I'm not a referee.
It is the call, roughing the passer. That'll give Edison a 1st down. He dropped straight back. The lineman was all over him. We had read the screen. Quarterback threw it, falling backwards, went down, got the call. 1st and 10. Edison ball in Potter territory, 45-yard line.
Our technology's not good enough to do a rewind there and call for a replay. Could go. It'd be nice to go to the
Would
booth
be
and say,
fun.
"Hey, let me see that again."
Telestrator.
Yeah,
We're under 9 minutes. We have video.
we do have video.
I mean, we're way far advanced than when I was on the court. It was sound only.
There's
Use your
4 wide from
imagination.
Edison. Seth Cade up the middle. He is gang tackled by a slew of Potters. Gets a good 5 yards on the play. No, Woods has to be tired.
Well conditioned. He runs back and forth every play. Maybe figure out a little better system to get your plays in. Maybe running a running back or a receiver. Or
Our high
hand
school
signals.
quarterbacks allowed to have speakers in their ears.
Great question. Probably not. Woods takes the snap.
Oh, good keep
Nice
by
fake,
Woods.
and he sprints to the outside, being chased by 27, Corey Wyan. Corey Wyan drags him out of bounds. The cheerleaders scramble and get out of the way. Good speed by Wood. Good pursuit by Wyan. 28-yard line. 8 minutes to go. 1st down, Wildcats. Chains are moving. The Potter band back from halftime.
Look at the lights on the ELHS band. They're all working. Nice. 10 Wildcats. 3 wide, single back. No Woods in the gun. Handoff. Good blocking by the Wildcats. He's going to get.
Just ran out of territory. No
Gonna get
more real
6.
estate.
Gain of 6. Seth Cade.
The Potters at this point, they just want to post a shutout.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
pride thing.
3 turnovers on defense. To do that, coupled with a shutout, definitely a big win for the defensive side of the ball.
Edison spreads the field 4 wide again. Look for Woods to put it up from the gun, the snap. The fake to
Inside handoff,
22. No,
Seth
the
Cade.
give to 22. 1-0 with 7 minutes rolling. Edison sticks to the game plan, run the ball. Potters make
Some defensive adjustments.
4-man substitution for 3rd down. Bring in the heavy package for 3rd and 1. Kopris, Loy, Adkins, Woodyard, Wheaton,
3 wide for Edison. Woods under center.
heavy up the middle.
Quarterback
Woods
keeper.
off.
Oh. It's going to be close. They're going to give it to him. 1st down, Edison. It's the 1 yard he needed.
That play is designed to get 1, and it got 1. 7:09, 21 zip. Potters want to post a shutout here just to send a little wave
Little
up and down the
message.
valley.
That's right. Defensively, we're better. Edison put 29 on him last year.
The snap to Woods. Woods barks it out.
3 at the top,
the
1 at
gun.
the bottom.
Takes the snap. Gives again to 22 off the left side. Good pursuit by Corey Wyand again.
Lane Copers almost had him in the backfield. Cade got good speed, Seth
Yeah,
Cade.
Cade's going to get – I'd like to see how many carries he has this evening, but he's going to be a workhorse for him this year.
Potter defense looking to hold, folks. 2nd and 5, 6:44 and ticking. 4th quarter, 21-0 Potters. Looking for the
Ludwig wants a
shutout.
timeout.
You going to get it?
He's screaming. The play wasn't in properly. Game ball. Newcastle School of Trades.
Game is sponsored by
Newcastle School of Trades. The new and improved downtown East Liverpool centerpiece building. If you haven't seen it, swing by on your way to LMB after the game. The new loft apartments are going up.
We live in a country that likes to throw a lot of judgment, no matter what side of the fence you're on. But I'll say one thing:
Always an opinion.
the city definitely is improved,
Much
improved. There's still a lot of bad,
plenty of negative.
but there's a lot of good happening too. And I
It takes more than one or two people
to
to get
change
things
everything.
accomplished, and we've had some Potters come back home or decide to step up and take some different positions on some boards. And after this, I'll continue, but to give again to Kate up the middle, Mayor Stovall, making some things happen, and having some different revitalization boards led by Drew Cooper, who was a longtime Potter. Went to the Navy, had a family in Maryland, came back home, and he's vested in making this place, better again. And as you drive around, I noticed just coming into the stadium this evening, the road's paved, Weber Way's paved. A lot of the stuff that we took bad raps for are starting to change. You can't change them all overnight.
Rome wasn't built in a day. That's for sure. Fumble on the
Snap.
play.
He falls on it wisely. As Aiden Watkins was coming in.
Big third down play there for Edison. And
so Wood stayed on the ground appropriately.
that'll bring up 4th and 14, 13 as the clock continues to tick. This is a big play for the shutout. We want the shutout.
Timeout Edison because they don't want to get shut out. But as we were saying, there's more stuff happening downtown East Liverpool. There's still grow, but there's things that are happening. I mean, just small things. You have the Christmas parade before the Christmas parade, and after the Christmas parade, you have a winter festival in the Diamond. So it brings feet into the city for commerce to take advantage of.
It's only anything that happens is
Education Palooza. Sure, I butchered that name. They spun it into a fancy name just maybe a couple weekends ago, like a back to school bash, some carnival type stuff, some vendors. Just it brings families back. But then what it takes is the community to support as well. So when you have an opportunity or see something happening,
sometimes
get involved.
It's better to ignore the negative and promote the positive. And I feel that too. And it is hard to do. It is. As a human being, it's hard to do. But sometimes it's the right thing to do.
It's probably always the right thing to do.
Back, no Woods to pass. They're going to go deep in the end zone. And that is going to be Aaron's call. Logan Hanchin for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Kroski and Hanchin were just tangled up. That call is always going to go against the defense. So they'll mark off 15. Edison will set up shop with just over 5 minutes to go. once they figure out where to mark it off
15. I think it's 15 yards, so it's going to
down
be
to the 5?
Yeah, it's going to be down there.
Or is it a half the distance?
From there, it would be half the distance.
So 10-yard line. I feel the Potters.
4th.
The game kind of got a little mundane after the last touchdown. The Potters are going to end it right here with a little exciting 4th turnover.
Would be the 4th turnover of the night.
Get crazy
And inches.
and say a pick 6 after this play, but
3 on the top, 1 on the bottom. 4 wide set, inside handoff. Look at this. Oh, it's a quarterback keeper. I thought Seth Kane had the ball, and we had the stop, but Woods keeps it, and he gets the first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Edison, from the 4-yard line.
Wood with a really good fake, because I thought Cade had
Edison
the ball.
in a hurry up.
Pushed backwards.
Did he lose the ball?
Not on that play. This play, though.
Down, hurry up offense there by the Wildcats. With 4:55 to go, down 21-0. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it seems to be there want to be a little more urgency out of the Wildcats here.
Yeah, they're not rushing the play in for sure. They rushed that one in, and it didn't work out for them on the QB keeper.
You would think, you'd be in your 2-minute offense here.
I think they're going to put the ball up.
I look for an inside here, inside to Seth Cade.
Snap to Wood. Wood gives it to Cade. Cade goes left and is drugged down by Kobe Plum.
Kobe Plum with a face mask.
Did he get the face mask?
Got him with the face mask. Good pursuit.
Man, you saw it. I didn't. I thought he had him hog-tied by the shoulder pads. The call is going to be personal foul. Face mask on the sophomore, Kobe Plum. Great pursuit. I thought he got him by the pads. He thought he got him by the pads. But
Coach Ludwig will call him to the sidelines, give him a little pep talk. Hey, for a sophomore, the kids played tough tonight.
Yep.
So 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard face mask call. Power I for the Wildcats. Inside handoff. That's River Pappas. Nothing home.
Pappas drug immediately to the ground by the interior line on the defensive side of the ball for the Potters.
Jake Cornell.
59, yes, Jake Cornell.
Senior captain.
We got a Potter down. A Potter up. Was he cramping up maybe? Lane Copris.
Yeah, Copris, I think he had a little cramp there.
Yeah. Potter's running a jumbo package. I think Joaquin Johnson come back in the game.
3:51 and ticking. 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats, 21-0 Potters, 4th quarter.
Nice to see the Potters stand tall right here. Keep the Wildcats out. 3rd and 3 under center, Seth Wood.
Power I for the Wildcats.
The snap by Woods. The pitch, outside pitch, good pursuit by the Potters. Brings them down at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 on the play.
Number 58, Justin Watkins.
Loy in on it.
Great containment by
Wheaton
Watkins.
in on it. Krosky in on it.
Gang tackling. We've
Familiar-
seen a lot of that tonight.
Called out a lot of the familiar names. They played well on the line. They just, typical linemen don't get the glory a lot of times for pushing that play outside, giving the linebackers a chance to get out there and make the play. Krosky to come up from the secondary. Coach Ludwig is going to have a solid talk. Coach Boyd, 4th and 5. 21-0.
I'd like to see a little more out of the Potter fans over
You
there
want
right
to
now.
see a 0 on the board.
Right.
So
Let's get
Potter
up,
fans
get fired up over there.
I'm not going to ask for the wave.
No, but some
we
little
need some
motion, right?
noise. I mean, for 20 years plus, I've been in high school way more than that, but for 20 plus years, someone always has a cowbell over there.
I think it's 30 years. You've been
A
out of high school.
cowbell.
30.
Cowbell.
There is. I did hear a couple cowbells.
A cowbell. Did you?
Foghorn. Are you allowed to have those still, or whatever those are called?
I'm 20. I'm only 40.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
22
96.
years.
Okay. Right.
95.
95. Okay.
22.
22. My bad. My bad.
That's a 20. When there's 22, it might as well be 30.
Closer to 20.
But here we go. 4th and 5. Potter Pride on the line. In motion.
Come on, defense. Step
Wood
up.
looks
big.
left.
Inside.
A quick slant.
Oh,
No,
nobody
good.
home.
And the Potters
Hold them.
will take over on downs with 3 minutes to go. The coaches
Potter.
are
There's the
fired
Potter
up.
faithful over there. All right.
The Potter fans recognize.
Coach Nate
some
Boyd
of the
fired
Potter
up
fans
for sure.
recognize the significance of that play. Give them a little standing ovation. The novice fans, it's 21-0. What's the big deal if they score? We still win.
That's right.
It's the significance
It's
of
the
the zero.
significance. We want the zero.
You want your opponent to get nothing.
That's right.
Edison stands are clearing out. They're going to get a quick jump on
the traffic. They don't
on
got far to
7
go to get to Route
on
7.
7 South.
Back to Richmond.
I'm thinking the Cloverleaf isn't full tonight of cars up there. Probably got them all in the lot. But it was a pretty good-sized crowd. The Edison
traveled well.
The
Not
Edison
a far
side-
drive for them, but they traveled
Edison
well.
side filled in well. Potter side filled in well. It'll be a little bit more full next Friday night when the Potters take on
The Indian Creek.
Indian Creek.
They're
They're usually
Are
good.
they the Redskins from Indian Creek? Is that what they are? Yeah.
I didn't know.
Indian Creek's supposed to be really, really good this year.
They're always big.
Well, they're always good.
They're
yeah.
always strong. And the Potters will be tested, so hopefully Moman's ankle is just a little tweak. He can ice it up for 3 or 4 days, get the weekend to rest.
Oh, there's Carter. Inside handoff. No gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. 2:48 and ticking for the Potters. 21-0, folks. 4th quarter. Game tonight sponsored by Newcastle School of Trades. Blue and White Touchdown Club. Also, I'd like to thank Sheets for feeding the team last night. I think they do that I don't know if Sheets does it every week, but I know, they get together every Thursday night after their last practice. Little team camaraderie, feeding the team. Also, shout out to Legacy Studios, Jimmy Joe Savage. He's the one that inspired us to start doing this.
He did.
So, always like to thank Jimmy Joe, not only for help his business, but for everything he does for the school district and all of our student athletes.
A small night, a small show, one evening in JJS Studios, the new JJS Studios, with the one and only
Rob Pratt,
who began it all, who just made Potter basketball exciting.
Oh, my goodness.
Rob Pratt, Smoke Stovall. Tuesday and Friday nights, boy. I have every game on cassette tape.
Cassette tape. There used to be people that you should get those transferred to CD before or whatever before they go, because those tapes
I got
go
the
bad.
VHS tapes.
Yeah, you should get those
converted to DVD.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right.
So I have those on DVD, and the great Smoke Stovall and Rob
There used
Pratt.
to be people who would bring their AM/FM Walkmans to
And
the field house
listen.
and plug into their ears to
I don't
listen
blame
to
them.
Oh, absolutely not.
You shut your eyes and listen.
2nd and 10. Michael Lloyd!
Oh,
there he goes, folks.
He's out to the 41 man to beat. 2 guys to beat. Oh, he's going to get.
Oh,
he
40.
shakes.
Oh,
Oh,
he
no.
fumbles the ball. Oh.
It's loose. Everybody's on it. Edison's going to
Edison's
come away
got
with it.
Well, it's a good punt.
Yeah, Loy was off to the races. 2 DBs were chasing him. He shook one, went to switch hands to shake the other one.
Lost the ball.
Lost the ball. Hard to switch hands when you're running that fast down the field. Loyal will be disappointed with himself. But in this case,
Nothing hurt, except for that's our only turnover of the night, right?
Nothing hurt.
Is that our only turnover?
Except for that. Only turnover, and he was thinking 6.
You know what we're gonna have to do.
He was taking it to the house.
We're gonna have to get Scotty D up
To
here
the house.
for stats.
Scotty D is a good stats guy.
We need to know.
We're not giving him
I
the
couldn't
mic.
tell you how many. We wouldn't get a
We'll get
word
it
in
back.
edgewise, right? But we do need. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I know Carter's rushed the ball. I would imagine he's got 100 yards.
Carter
quote
has to have close to 100.
Oh, definitely all-purpose yards. I'm not. That's. That, I don't know what you call that play over there. Does he get the rushing yards for that, or would that be?
It's a great question. He's got to get the rushing yards.
Or is that a receiving yards?
The backwards pass. I don't know.
Find out.
Because that was a 40-yard scamper. Player down. He was caught up in the melee at midfield. Hopefully he's okay. This late in the ball game, when the game's decided, you hate to see anybody hurt at any point in the game, but especially at this stage. The trainers are tending to, I can't get the number for you, but everybody's on a knee. It may be significant. I think they're going to go get the. They're going to get the cart for him. Hopefully, just precautionary. But both training staffs are out there. They're actually going to bring the ambulance out. Part of the game you never want to see. And like I said, at any stage of the game, but especially this late in the game, when the score is decided, you got a high school player out there that he doesn't care what the score is. He's going to play till the end of the game as hard as he can, and he just gets caught up.
.203 to go, folks. Fourth quarter. We're going to take an injury timeout. We will be back to take you through the last 2 minutes of the game. Still Hillfricks, 2:03 to go in the fourth quarter. We had an injury timeout on the field. Hopefully for precautionary reasons.
Hopefully.
They're
erring on the side of caution. We hope. We don't have any information, but it's a sight nobody wants to see, especially a parent of a high school athlete. They brought the ambulance out on the field to take the young man into some medical treatment. Other than that, it was behind the play, so we're not sure what had transpired. But with 2:03, both teams will probably just come out. And not go through the motions, but I mean, it's hard as a high school athlete after you see something like that.
takes all the emotion out of the emotion out of the game.
Mhm.
Takes it out, puts it back inside you. But after the Potter turnover, the Loy fumble, Edison will take over. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Here we go. 2:03.
Seth Wood, 4 wide. Single back. Normal set. Gun formation. The snap. The deep pass. Good looking ball.
Ooh.
Better defense, though.
Number
By
8.
8.
Levi Turner.
It was a nice pass. The receiver looked like he was getting a step on Turner. Turner put his hand up at the last second. Knocked the ball down.
If you're Edison tonight, you got to be happy with Noah Wood's performance. He's a sophomore on a young team, leading the team as a quarterback. He's done a nice job tonight.
Thrown some nice balls. Made some very nice runs. And ran the offense well. You got to have a leader out there. And then a sophomore, it's hard to be that leader, but he's done a nice job. Handoff, sprint left. Pushed out of bounds.
That's going to be a late hit.
Peyton Atkins just lost track of where he was on the field. Made the hit. Didn't realize he was out of bounds.
Late hit.
Threw him down. Coach Ludwig will pull him out of the game. Give him a little talk. And whenever you do it on the visiting sidelines, hostile territory.
Be a person.
Coaches, the players, the fans get crazy.
Referee
pointing the wrong way.
And the Edison fans were not happy.
It's week 1 for the coaches, players,
and the referees.
Officials.
Right.
My personal favorite was roughing the passer on the quarter offense.
Yeah, he roughed himself.
Nah, he didn't.
So after the personal foul on the Potters, it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. We are at midfield, 50-yard line.
Oh, fumble. Potters are on it. Potters will take a couple snaps, kneel on the ball, and that'll be the 4th ball game.
The 4th turnover of the night for the Potters.
4th turnover. Not the way I expected it. Potter's running some fresh youngsters into the game.
Help us out here. Who do we got?
I don't know. Let's see. 2, Logan Torma. I haven't seen him in the game much tonight. We got 1, Soban Razi. Who's at quarterback? Still Reed?
That is Reed.
I don't like that.
Reed takes it.
Reed,
quarterback keeper.
Reed with the option chooses not to pitch it to 8 Levi Turner, who was in the backfield, yet keep it himself. I don't like my starting quarterback for the minute keeping that ball. Edison's looking to hit somebody hard so they can get on the bus on a good note.
The only thing I would say here is he is a first-year quarterback.
Yep.
Maybe put him in the 2-minute offense, see what he can do. Get him some experience here.
Levi Turner will be your back.
Corey Wyan on the left side.
Torma split wide. The give is to Turner.
First
Turner
down,
drags
Potters.
a couple people for a first down. And so everybody at home knows Levi Turner is a 5'10", 155 junior. So a little bit of experience. Out goes Woodyard. In comes Rozzi, a 5'8", 140 junior.
45 seconds in, counting, folks.
The Edison band's still here, as you can hear.
Potters in the...
They're going to finish the game strong. Potters take a knee. The clock will tick out. And that should be the final snap of the game.
victory formation for the Potters. That'll be it.
No need to snap it again. The clock reads 14 and will tick down to 0. And the Potters, a good victory for a young Potter team.
I like it. 21-0. I like the defensive shutout. And they were tested multiple times. Once down here in the red zone, then here in the fourth quarter, down goal line.
Edison has a scrappy young offense. Well, sophomore-led offense. The rest of the offense has a little bit of season to them.
Pappas and Deathcade, both seniors.
Touch the ball a lot. But a good emotional victory for the Potters in week 1. It's always good to get off to a good start. The students spill onto the field, congratulate their classmates. The bell is driven out, which will be rang.
It's a good night to be a Potter.
Victory bell. Coach Boyd's excited. The players are excited. The cheerleaders are excited. The Edison band's excited.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused here on why the Edison band is playing right now.
They're in a league of their own.
That's different, you know. Normally you would just
let it go.
But
they drove all this way. They practiced all summer.
They want to play their victory.
They want to win. The band war. The bell is getting rung. The victory bell is a long mainstay for all you Potter supporters and former players out there that got to ring that bell. Congratulations tonight, Coach Ludwig and staff.
Game ball. Give it out. Who's your game ball?
True. Statistic-wise, you're going to have to give the game ball to Carter because he shouldered the load.
Right.
But if you're going from a purist standpoint, I'm probably going to give the game ball to Peyton Reed just for coming out first game. Didn't turn the ball over. Led the offense. Commanded. It's hard to go out there and command the offense on Friday night, first game, first big game.
Right.
Make sure Carter, who's playing his first game, his real big game.
Right, sophomore. Carter looked a lot more comfortable in the second half too. That's
a lot.
Yeah, definitely could tell a difference just in
it's
vision, field.
It's a young team.
Being comfortable in the field. They are young. They're very young.
You have Loy is a senior and Adkins is a senior. That I see off the top of my sheet. Well, I think we have seven seniors.
You got Cornell, who plays a lot of snaps.
Cornell.
McLeod, the transfer from Wellsville, plays a lot of snaps. Noah Hall, Michael Loy. and Peyton Atkins. You know, the rest of those guys
You could easily,
are young.
you could just easily give it to the defense.
Right. 21-0, right? Shutout. Defensive shutout. Historical perspective, 120th season of Potter football. First touchdown of the year, Reed to Wheaton.
Yep.
Wheaton also with an interception, one of the 4 turnovers. So it could go to any of those
A lot
guys.
of tackles,
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And on a lot of plays.
We could pull a John Madden and put 4 guys up there. Reed, Carter, Wheaton.
Called out a lot of names.
Yeah.
Loy.
Loy
a
was
lot.
a hawk on defense tonight.
Copris was everywhere.
Copris was everywhere. Great blocking
team.
by Watkins
Yeah.
and Moman tonight. I mean, some huge blocks. I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, so like you said, it's week 1, so hopefully they only can get better, right? I mean, be more comfortable. True test next week, Indian Creek. So
They're gonna have to. The line will be tested both sides. They're gonna have to hold the line on offense to move the ball. They can't get penetrated. They can't let Indian Creek get into our backfield because when that happens, the offense will be in disarray. But I look forward to them standing up to that pressure.
they'll celebrate tonight. I guarantee Coach Lovell will have them watching film first thing tomorrow morning, or they'll be down. Reserve game maybe down in Edison. I'm not sure if they have a JV team, but if not, they'll be in the film room. That's for sure. So, 21-0 final, folks, from Patterson Field. Once again, thanks to our sponsors: Legacy Studios, Jimmy Joe Savage, Newcastle School of Trades, Sheets. That's it, right?
That's all that I remember.
Any last words?
We don't have any signs up yet this year.
They are. We just can't see them. They're on the other side.
side.
Yep.
For the home stands. No final words.
Good to go.
Great
Everybody,
first night. Come out next Friday. Same time.
same bat channel.
Same bat time. Same bat channel. Hopefully same result. 7:30 kickoff. Host Indian Creek. Go Potters.
Go Potters. East Liverpool Sports Radio. Good night, folks. Thanks for joining us.